so we're on our way in a snowstorm to go try to find someone that's lost in the woods. Y'all say a prayer.
Joined together by faith and trust, blessed to have friends of love, giving kind words, helpful hands as family does. A family built to be the very best for these times we are needed. We are used to answer prayers, each have our own who watches over us. Hearts drop and feelings rise, lost cries not heard. Our bags packed, the doors closed. We go. Special kind of person who trusts God first. Lord, guide and lead us home. We go. As calls go out, trackers en route to you. God bless and Godspeed. We are praying too. The prayer needs answered. Lord, protect them till we get to the place of tears. Beginning on an open road, taking paths not known, guided by love. We go. The trail is dim, but we are trained from within to search the dust as broken twigs. Show the way today. We go. People's lives depend on tracker friends. We align and cause no sound as we move around, following the trail, never turning round. Shadows watch as blurs pass by. The night knows who we are, our souls bright as lanterns light. Now tools used to see, a scuffed piece of moss. We walk with trust while holding our cross. We signal to all the trail is lost. We hold tight, we pray, we search as taught, till the trail is picked back up. We go, the tracks show fear as we draw near. We hear a slight sound, a whimper in the brush. tears, we have no time. Your family is waiting, so we have to go. Walking out of the dark unknown, smiles and tears are shown, the sign given for all is clear. As trackers disappeared, a hand waves goodbye. Guardians, protectors, God's spiritual warriors, trackers standing. When the lost find faith, for now they know God sends help to show they are His children. Thank you, God, for allowing us to find your lost sheep. Thank you, Lord, you brought us all home. You carried us, you never faltered us. Now we rest, we smile and sleep in peace, for we know the lost found will smile, laugh and play again.
Matthew 25:21. His master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." And we'll pray. Father, we've all lost so many, and some more good servants have returned home to you. We ask your comfort for their families and for their loved ones, Lord. And we thank you for those whose lives they changed while they were here. Father, thank you for the honor of having this live stream and giving us this platform so that we can talk to others. Let us always be those good and faithful servants that you will welcome home when the time comes. We thank you for your wisdom, your protection, your provision, your knowledge, your warnings, your word, the sacrifice of your Son and his resurrection. We thank you for giving us all another chance to get things right while there's still time for each of us. Keep your hand over this broadcast. We pray that there be no electronic interference, that you keep the unclean spirits and unclean spiritual people away, so that those who need to have the correct knowledge and desire correct knowledge that you give us to pass on to others can receive it without interruption and disruption, Lord. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I'm going to turn that.
The AC?
down.
Okay.
Just because it's so.
Yeah. Kind of.
And we don't have to yell. No All right, welcome everybody watching Wednesday. A few announcements today. We have 4 Facebook group pages. Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, Antlers and Surrounding Areas. Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMB-MAN Sun Center and Database. The Predator, Bigfoot, and Spiritual Warriors Path and Lead Tracker Ease Facebook group pages. And if you want to join those you can. We put a lot of more information out on those channels. Different types of information that we do here. Also, Lead Tracker has changed her YouTube channel. These numbers are not accurate because it has grown. We're going to have to update this also. But go there, like, subscribe to Bigfoot Predators and Spiritual Warfare. Lots of recorded tracks and things like that. You're going to find some recent ones. Get some urban tracking. It's all on that channel. We got a couple more coming up and some big things coming up for a lot of friends, a lot of trackers. Also, this channel's name change is Sasquatch Choctaw Tracking. Put a like and subscribe to that. Help us grow also and get the algorithm up. Also, we want to share our book, or one of our books, Predator Bigfoot and Spiritual Warriors Path. It's also been called a manual. It answers a lot of questions, and researchers of 50 plus years had their aha moments by reading that book. And most of the 50-year plus researchers, there's information in there that they've never heard of before. So if you really want the correct information, that's the best book to start with. We also have translated the book for our Spanish-speaking friends so that everyone has the information. And it's titled, you can find these on Amazon, or you can also order through us here. This is called Pai Grande, El Depredador y El Sendero del Guerrero ESPIRITUAL. You can find it on Facebook, Amazon as well. Also, if you hear of anyone Bigfoot gifting or whooping or calling or tree knocking or things like that, the information is in the first book, but also this book is very important, Bigfoot Gifters. It's not a big book. It's only it's actually a chapter from the book that we're working on. But it's so important that we had to just take that chapter and get it out as quick as possible, because there's so many people that we are gifting. They just don't know what all comes with Bigfoot gifting. So we actually had that book also translated to Las Ofrendas de Pai Grande, the Spanish version of the Bigfoot Gifters, the offering to the Bigfoot. Can't stress that enough. Don't do that. And if you don't know why, if somebody tells you it's okay or something like that, even if a researcher said do it to get research material, read this book first. Also, the last one we put out, the newest one that we put out, Monster Spotters. This is a children's book. It's got graphics. It's got artwork, illustrations. They're detailed so well that you can put this up. Just look at your tree line, turn the pages, and if you find one of these things out there, or the way it's set up, you're looking at a predator's habitat or a predator's hunting area. And these Bigfoots are predators, so get that book. It'll help you explain to the children. Got great reviews so far. Well, all of them are great reviews. And it will help you if you can't really explain to a child or to a grandchild about these predators in a somewhat cautious way. This book will do that for you. Even if you don't speak English or Spanish, you will still, this book is important just by the illustrations and the artwork. you can just, like we said, put it up against the tree line and look, flip through those pages. Or if you're walking in the park or even in the woods, you'll find, if you find anything that's in this book, you'll know you're in a predator hunting area. Also, tonight is our Watching Wednesday, so our fair use banner is up. Criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. We're not researchers, we're teachers, so but we do help critique other people's work, and if they're doing something wrong, we're going to let you know, and if they're doing something right, we're going to let you know. Also, our Predator Bigfoot Spiritual Warriors Path webpage. You can go to predatorbigfoot.com, and it will take you right to the page where you can order books or a playlist. You can get the best playlist, or they're labeled on there. Like we have the spiritual house cleaning, we have what the Indians say, not what. And tonight we're going to be talking about some northern Indians also, but we're also going to mention two Oklahoma Indians, I think, and but if you go to that playlist, and watch What the Indians Say, it's a 3-part series, that you're going to see that we had tribes from Alaska to Canada, from here to Arizona, Texas, different places. All giving information on what the Indians say, not what someone who is not Indian is saying that the Indians are saying, or not what someone heard from someone who's not an Indian, but from actual Indian people of different tribes all talking together to let you know what the Indians say. So don't take anyone else's word on it. And also you got to understand there's a lot of Indians who don't have this information. There's a lot of Indians that come from the residential school survivors who have been passed down the information, but even they didn't have the correct information to start off with. So it really depends on the Indian, but if you look at their background, you'll know that some Indians have more information than the other ones. And that's what's causing a lot of problems. A lot of people getting hurt. Okay, so we're through with that now. We got a few announcements today. I don't know this person, but Lee Tracker, you can tell us about it. Was
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And most of you probably already heard that he was assassinated today. And I'm sure that he's already on the other side with God, and he got welcomed home. He made a big difference while he was here. He was a very strong spiritual warrior, and it made me sad to hear his passing, but I also know he accomplished a lot while he was here, and he made a huge difference and set a great example for people. And
he was young, right?
yeah, he's still young.
Left a family and children, being assassinated for sharing the truth, and
yeah,
just like Berta Cáceres, assassinated for protecting lands and helping people. He, like I said, I don't know this guy. It's the first time I heard his name, but Lee Tracker, she knew of him and shared that information today. It's always something to have someone who's doing good things assassinated or killed because of sharing the truth. That's what we do here also. So we're gonna miss this voice, even though I've never heard it. It is a voice for truth. And his name was what again? Kirk?
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Y'all can do some research on him and see the good things that he has done in the past. And we've got an enemy, and they've got bad people that are under them or under it. And so we got to stay, but we still have to stay and do what we got to do. Also, we also got word, was it today or yesterday?
Just a little while ago.
Just a little while ago. And everybody knows this man, especially if you've been with this channel for a while. Carlos Alberto Barone has went home also. A very good man. He spent a lot of time, and he got these books. We sent him the books, the Spanish versions, and he went through those books, and he studied those books, and he shared the information. And he was trying, at that time, to the very end, trying to give this information out and share it with the people there in Argentina, because they have them there too. People are missing there too. He was a good friend who supported the channel in a way of sharing the information. Anything that we put down, he would share. He was getting all the information and giving it to his people and teaching them. And I know he left those books to somebody to carry on the work.
And we didn't even know he was sick for a long time. He had a lot of heart troubles and had heart surgery that kept getting put off because he was in such bad shape. And he never even, what a warrior, he never even let anybody know until, well into it. And then he did end up passing afterwards. So condolences to his family as well.
A very, very good man. And just like we were talking a little while ago about, this information is very important. It keeps people safe. It keeps families safe. It saved lives already, especially these books. We're talking about Harper and Parkway and how Harper wanted us to visit, which was in Georgia. I'm not sure if it was, I think it was South Georgia or Middle Georgia, something. But he just wanted us to come there and talk with his family so that they understood what this predator is and what to look for. Just to get with his family and let them know these things are real, they're out there, be careful, this is what you look for. So we did some scouting for him, talked with the family, just to let them know these things are here. And they kind of knew, but they didn't have someone to, more than one real person who understood that these things are there. Parkway was the same way, helping people, sharing the information, warning people before he passed.
All of these men knew that they were dying.
Yeah.
And all of these men, one of their main priorities was to get this information out, was to know that their families were good with God, and to get this information, get these warnings out, because they all knew from their own experiences what is out there. And they tried to share everything that they had learned from us and asked us to share those things with their families.
It was also talking about the fruits of the people, and like we were talking about Charlie Kirk, people like that. I didn't know. I didn't know of him, but once I did hear the name, all I heard was good things about this person. Speaking the truth, helping people, getting the word out, trying to stop a lot of things. And we all got a short time here, but then you meet people like this AI guy, Abnormal Investigations, who, if you ever heard anybody who has talked good about this person, that may be the only person or the first I've ever heard of that, because everyone knows this person. There's a scorpion right there.
On the floor or the table?
Yeah, floor behind the fan.
Okay.
We're going to kill a scorpion. But it's something how God shows us these things. And just like with this AI guy, he right behind the fan. Oh,
See
it's over here. God points things out and shows us these things before we even have to deal with them or see, and like with the abnormal investigations, we haven't heard any good things about that person. We know that person, and we know there's no good things that we could share about that person. But the Charlie Kirk and like Carlos Alberto Barone and Parkway and Harper, we know those were good people, and they were doing what they could to help other people.
good fruits.
Good fruits. And they were sharing information, and they were worried about people, and they were worried about what they're going to leave behind. So they asked us to visit and help and try to help their families as well understand that these things are out there, what to look for and what to do. So I'd just like to wish them well, because we know that they're already with God. We know they were good people. We knew that they were helping as many people as they could with the time that they had, and they knew they had a shorter time. But everybody, we can't count on tomorrow either. Anything can happen, but stay with God and trust God and keep that protection. But he was having some heart problems for a while, and he has passed, and he is he's already home. So he's already there. He's already there before us talking about it. He said these are good people here in this group. Everyone is, all the trackers are all good people. They're all still trying to help. They're all battling. They're your warriors. So I'm sure we're getting some. Well, I know we're getting some good rapport from him about us and everything that we're doing. Just like we would be saying the same thing, and we know he's a good person, Lord. So take good care of him. Take good care of all the people that's passed that we know. Keep them with you.
And thank you for the time we have with them.
Yes. Okay, so also we're going to do a few comments, and then we're going to begin with what we're going to be doing tonight. So make sure you are with us, especially the trackers. We want you to make sure you're on your toes tonight to listen to what we're going to be talking about. But we're going to start off with a couple comments, and we're going to get to something really special. And it's for the trackers, especially for the trackers. So pay attention tonight. There's very good things happening. The first person in the room is Bigfoot Predators and Spiritual Warfare. Wow. First one at 7:01, and we just put up at 7. So, wow, fast.
So for those that don't know, that's me, Lead Tracker 8. That's our other channel. You can click on that link real quick and sub to that channel if you have not already. Please. And set your alarms. What are you saying?
Can you read, please?
Sure. Can I read from that one? You were pointing that way,
Oh.
so I wasn't sure what you were telling me to do.
My throat was dried up. Trying to...
War Chiefs of Halito, Ocio, and Ola to Jared, Lead Horse Choctaw Williams, Lead Tracker E, all Tracker Warriors and friends.
All right, War Chief.
Tracker 17 says Halito, Ola, and Ocio. He's saying hi and adding shadows and thunders to everyone and friends.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Tracker 17.
Tracker 17.
Send a super sticker. We sure appreciate you.
And he's also saying the only... Oh, sorry.
Always working hard.
Mm-hmm.
The only book y'all need to study, Amazon Australia link over there where he is, where you can get our book, The Predator Bigfoot and the Spiritual Warriors Path.
Also in Australia.
Bigfoot Gifters, written by the same authors. You need to read it too. Amazon Australia link. Thank you for that. And for everyone else, you can get it off the American Amazon link.
And also the book Monster Spotters, the children's book, is not in Australia, so you would have to order it in the United States and have it shipped over, or you can also order through us and have it shipped, and we'll ship it out to you. Also his channel.
Yes, sub to that channel. He's working real hard. It's building up really fast, and he puts up with a lot of junk for just a little while. He's getting better about just moving people out if they don't want to hear what he has to say. Tracker 17 says, Heli Tobor, Chief Tracker C. He says he's not going to be here for the whole presentation today. He has to deal with another drama car related. Shadow Tracker J says,
Hold on.
Oh.
So he's not going to be here for the whole thing?
But I think I saw his name in again.
Okay,
later.
so if you're still here, we're going to go ahead and do this now. Trackers, pay attention. The dark has passed and the sunrise has returned. I repeat, the dark has passed and the sunrise has returned. Shadow Tracker J
says blessings Jerry and LTE, and blessings to War Chief and to Tracker 17. Tracker 17 says blessings Shadow Tracker J. Hold on. Oh, okay. Thank you, War Chief. He was scrolling through the messages real quick.
War Chief says, gotcha.
Okay, back up.
And the rest will understand in just a minute.
Everyone's greeting everyone. We've got Shadow Tracker J in the room.
War Chief, she's saying hello to 17. Tracker 17 said, blessing Shadow Tracker J. Tonight's verse, Matthew 25:21.
Shadow Tracker J put the verse in. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many. So that's a different version. And Graybeard also puts in another version. And we love when we're looking at different versions of the Bible, different translations.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, go ahead and read that.
Graybeard says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
Now, this is why we said the dark has passed and the sunrise has returned.
Yeah.
Please welcome back Warrior Tracker Lorna.
We've missed you, Lorna. We're glad you're back.
We're glad you're back safe and sound.
She says, thank you, my friends. God bless each and every one of you. She's been on a long track.
I'm going to put these up real fast, and then we're going to go back up. The Tracker Lorna is out of the bush, and she took care of a lot of people just by being who she is. And let's go back up, and let's catch back up, and then we'll get back to Tracker Lorna in just a second.
We won't read every individual greeting, but we'll read as each person is into the room, and just know that everyone's greeting each other.
Graybeard's here. Oh, Graybeard,
Hey,
also, I'm going to send you an email. It's just about the duration. We just need to know.
But don't put it on here.
Yeah, don't put it on here. But we'll send you an email. Don't worry about it. All good things.
Be looking for that.
Yep. Everybody's saying hello to Graybeard. Graybeard's waving or clapping, and everybody's still saying.
New people coming in.
He says, forgive my shorthand tonight. Hard to type at the moment. Uh-oh. Everybody's saying what's wrong, and we just got kicked out of that system off of this one. Just give us a second. It should get us right back. Let's see. Oh, he says nothing's wrong. He said in the dark room, snuggled up already though.
Kay is here from
Kay.
East Texas. Tracker Kay.
Hello from East Texas, Judy Wheeler.
Judy.
She says, blessings, friends. Thank you for addressing this much needed information. Thank you
You're
so
very
much.
welcome.
And of course, we're gonna have Judy.
From War Chief.
How are you tonight, Judy? And Kay is saying hello to everybody. She's also saying thank you, and Jerry, for streaming the streaming link so she can be with us also. Word Chief Tracker C, hello, dear friend. I am doing well, thank you. Or today, thank you for asking how I am or how you this evening. Hi.
JR is in the room.
Where's JR? There he is. JR. Oh wow.
War
Look at War
Chief
Chief.
sent a is that a couple super chat? Thank you. War Chief, thank you. Thank you very much.
For such a great intro song.
He
Wow.
says just a few coins for a great intro song. Yeah. I love that song too. Appalachian Mountain Man is back. How you doing? Praying for everyone
Appalachian
on
or
here
Appalachian?
tonight. Appalachian is how I've heard it from the people that actually live there, so I'm going with that.
Okay. Everybody's saying hello to Appalachian.
So you said it the other way.
Tracker 17 said prayer for Charlie Kirk's family.
Mhm.
Yes. I hear he's a good person.
Graybeard said amen, and yes, today was a bad day. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Elastic Machinery.
Hey, says, howdy y'all, listening but driving. Glad to see you all here, and blessings, of course.
Well, hello, Elastic Machinery. We're saying it loud so you can hear us really well. Elastic Machinery. All right. Everybody saying hello to you. 17 Ward Chief, Judy. Everybody saying hello to you.
Tracker 17 did get to come back. He says no one should ever listen to Bigfoot Yowie researchers. Know nothing but speak nonsense. Yes.
Yeah.
And he has researchers in quotes.
War Chief, oh, it seemed like people do know this guy.
Absolutely. He says Charlie fought the good fight. Tracker 17 says Charlie inspired me while I was Gnostic. He did good things for our Lord. Yes.
Oh, wow, good.
Shadow Tracker J says condolences to Carlos's family.
Mm-hmm.
Tracker 17 says, oh, Carlos, he is now with our Lord.
Yeah, good man.
Tracker 17 says heartfelt condolences to his family. Kay says prayers for Carlos' family. Judy says heartfelt condolences. War Chief says Charlie Kirk was certainly a warrior for America and God. Yes, he was.
Oh, wow, good.
Kay says amen, War Chief. War Chief says gotcha.
And this is where
He knew
Lorna,
he was, yeah.
he knew the code words. He knew what was going on.
Tracker Lorna.
And this is where Lorna comes in. There's
Hey,
Bernard.
Bernard. Hello to
All
you.
right. Everybody saying hello to Tracker Lorna and Tracker Lorna from Board Chief and Shadow Tracker J. Oh,
Tracker
Lorna.
Lorna sent a super sticker. Thank you so
Super
much,
sticker.
Lorna.
Tracker Lorna also has condolences for Carlos's family.
Yeah.
Judy saying blessings, Tracker Lorna. Tracker Lorna's condolences for Charlie Kirk's family.
Mm-hmm.
And she also says she missed you all.
We missed you too.
Yeah, we sure did. We're so happy
Yeah,
you're
meetings
safe
aren't the
and back.
same without you.
Yep. And Board Chief is saying hello to Bernard, and so is Shadow Tracker J.
Okay.
Okay, so also we need to make one more announcement. Now we understand that if you need to give us information about the stream that we're on or what we're doing, you're more than welcome to that, especially with the screenshots. If we need a screenshot of a picture, because some of y'all have better cameras and better TVs or bigger screens, or if you need to send information that pertains to what we're doing that we don't have, that's important, we don't mind that. But while we're streaming, try not to have a conversation with us in Messenger or messages. That's very, we don't pay attention to it unless it pertains to what we're doing. And please don't get offended if we don't interact or respond to your messages or start talking to you, because we've got a stream to do, we've got a lesson or
Trying to stay focused.
some important information that we have to get out. So if you got our numbers, you got our Facebook, you got our emails, set
And
that
live
time
chat, yeah.
and the live chat. You can come in the live chat too, but save that conversation for a later time, not whenever we're
In the middle of streaming.
in the middle of streaming. I even have another friend who, like yesterday, also from 6 to about 10 on Tuesdays, I don't interact and have messages or anything like that. We've got tracker meetings.
You can't take phone calls.
Yeah, but this friend always forgets. And I'm not talking about you, Tracker 17. Talk about another friend. But he always says or tries to call or says, "What are you doing?" I'm in a meeting. I can talk about 11:30 tonight, but right now we're in a meeting. And so we just want to put that out there.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are very busy for us in the evenings.
If you see us on a live stream, try not to get us into a conversation with you. We got things that we're doing when we're in a live stream. So just to put that out there for y'all. Let's see. All right, I think that's
okay. So
okay.
Tonight.
Oh yeah, so tonight we're gonna be listening to a northern tribal member. But this one is also an actor. And I've seen this person in movies and TV shows. And I don't want to say this in a certain way because, well, I actually don't know any Northern Indians that has the correct information except for one. And he may have shared the information to the Lakota. But besides him, because he learned from a class I gave a long time ago. And he went home with the correct information, but most of the Northern Indians don't have the information that we share here. There's a lot of Oklahoma Indians that don't have the information that we share here. There's a lot of Dene, Kiowa, Apache, don't have the same information that we have. And they share the wrong information, which can get people hurt, killed, eaten, and things like that. They don't have the research, the scientific research. They don't know the history. They don't know the legends of this. So when they start with the wrong information, they're going to give the wrong information.
It's really only been in recent times that the whole idea of Bigfoot not being a predator has been introduced. In ancient times, that was never the case.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's only been the last few generations that the wrong information's been given out.
I just want to say, it wasn't you, Tracker 17. It was another friend that every Tuesday, I don't know, like clockwork, it's like I get a phone call or like 5 minutes before the stream, and I was like, I can't talk, we're about to get a meeting. I said this last week.
And there's some streams too that if we're doing it on the phone, it can knock the whole phone out. As far as being able to do the stream, it can knock the stream off.
Yeah, but he's a good guy and he understands. He just always says, "Oh, I forgot." And he's a good guy, so it's not a big deal. But We just wanted to let people know, try not to have a conversation. If you see us on the stream, try not to have a conversation with us. And don't be offended if we don't stop what we're doing and start talking to you on the phone while we're in a live stream. So we don't want to offend anybody, but we got things to do too. Everybody's so happy you're back, Lorna. And we can't wait till our next meeting, and we can't wait till the big conference. We call it the big conference, but it's actually a private kind of thing. But we're going to see a lot of people, but it's not like it's an open invite to everybody. So, like we're saying, a lot of the Indians don't have the correct information. Now, some of the Indians do have they have about a third of the information, but a third can still get you in trouble as far as hazardous or deadly situations. And if they had our book, they would understand a lot more, and they would be a lot more safer. And this is why we have these streams, to critique work and to have people understand. You need to know what you're doing before you even the researchers, they need the information because they're doing dangerous things too. They don't even know they're doing dangerous things. But all the other researchers doing the same thing, so they do it. Especially when they first come into the knowing of these things, or just thinking that, maybe I'll do some research, maybe I'll get my own information. But get our book first and read it and go through it. And you'll be more advanced than all those other researchers who are out there still tree knocking and whooping and trying to gift these things. So this is a northern. I think she'll tell her tribe, but I just know her as an actor, and I was kind of laughing because I was like, what I say, I don't trust those actors or something.
He said, I don't. He said, no, he said, I don't really care for actors. And he's got a job acting next week for a commercial for the Cultural Center.
Those are different
and
kind of
his
acting.
ear is famous in a movie.
Yeah, I've been in movies and stuff, so I have done acting work.
But then I guess you should know.
Yeah. But I do know a lot of these actors, these Indian actors, and I've met, some big name actors and talked with them, and I've learned a lot about them
behind the scenes
that people don't know. So when people ask me about certain, I was like,
And you've met a lot of people that pretended to be Indian actors.
Oh yeah.
That are actually other
Chinese, Mexicans who were portraying as the Indians. I'm like, anyway.
So this is from A Flash of Beauty, Bigfoot Revealed. And this one is from a year ago. It's got 90,000 views, and it says, A Flash of Beauty, Elaine Miles. He was peeking at me from behind the bush. It's only 11 minutes and 14 seconds, but I'm sure we can stretch it out to an hour.
Yeah.
We've got our BS bell. We do have our pokers, but
you rang that when I put this up.
when you put what up. You're our I didn't mean to. You're our actor, but you wrote the book. Thank you, War Chief. I didn't mean to ring the bell right at that moment.
Whoa.
I didn't notice he was putting anything up. Anyway, so when we hear something that is foolish to us, we will ring that bell. That's our BS bell. Mm-hmm. What did T to the D call it? A bologna sandwich bell.
Yeah. Bologna sandwich for the BS. Yeah. Bologna sandwich. And one chief says, second that, War Chief. Laugh out loud. Okay, we're going to turn this around and we're going to get started.
Do you have is the volume on this?
Yeah.
And you've got the control for that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I can control it from
And does this need to be plugged in?
Yeah, I do have an acting job coming up, and I was joking because I was like, I don't really care for actors. I went, wait a minute, I got an acting job
Well,
next
except
week.
for myself, he
Except for
said.
myself, got one next week. Just a second. Huh?
After that scorpion, I kind of want to get the flashlight. Or when we turn out the lights. We've had 5 scorpions this week in the house.
Yeah. We had, well, we went to visit some friends, and when we come back, I guess they got through somewhere.
Like
So, let me try it this way. Probably a little better. And that's her at the top. Her name's Elaine Miles. She's an actor from the northern region. I'm not sure, but she'll tell us. And we're going to stop it after she gives us information.
we'll stop to complain here and there.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm enrolled on the Umatilla Reservation in Eastern Oregon. There's 3 tribes, Umatilla, Walla Walla, Cayuse. I'm a Cayuse and half Nez Perce from my father's side, but I'm enrolled Cayuse. Hi, I'm Elaine Miles. You might recognize me from Northern Exposure or Smoke Signals or even The Last of Us. I grew up kind of off and on the res, and we did have stories about Bigfoot, especially like when we drive in the mountains, you know. So I think it's almost in every culture, you know, especially around the trees.
And, you know, she says, I think it's around in almost every culture. It is in every culture, and it's all around the world. So, but also a lot of the northern tribes are isolated in their regions, and they have some information, but they don't have it all. So it's something to, when people put Indians on TV shows like this or whatever this is, some kind of stream, that they never interview the Indians with the information. It's always the ones that have a little bit of the information, but having a little bit of the information and sounding like you know what you're talking about is very dangerous also. So all these people are dangerous, but they're the ones that get the spotlight. They're the ones that get these interviews and things like that. So let's, because I want to catch this one part right here.
In the mountains, you know. So I think it's almost in every culture, you know, especially around the trees, the mountainous areas, the waters, you know, like the rivers, the lakes.
But they're also around cities, towns. They're around neighborhoods, homeless camps, underpasses, alleyways, waterways,
Mountain areas, yeah, swamps and
swamp apes,
flatlands,
yetis,
farm areas.
In Argentina, with, you know, Carlos was trying to help people there. Mexico,
Jungles.
So all the way to Argentina, all the way up to far north in Canada, Alaska. We had what's his name? Fred from Alaska. They have them in Russia. They have them in China.
Vietnam. So don't just think that they're only in the mountains. What she's doing is a lot of I think.
And this is what we're talking about.
We wish she would just give her experience and maybe not think out loud on a show where she gets 90,000 views.
Yeah. And so, like we're saying, her tribe is isolated because she only knows, well, they're around the lakes and the ponds and the mountains. That tells you that's an isolation area. Like if you ask us, we're saying they're everywhere. Tracker Lorna just got back from that northern region also. 17's in Australia. You know, he's finding them over there too. That's on a island kind of continent, although it's pretty big.
Yeah, I've heard people say they're not in Hawaii, and yet they are.
Yeah, and yet they are.
We heard stories like, don't go outside after dark.
And even in isolated areas, you know, when your grandparents are telling you, don't go outside after dark.
They meant it.
They meant it. They weren't playing with you. They weren't joking with you. And those are the same things that we grew up with here in Oklahoma. And
yeah, they weren't trying to just make you mind. They were trying to keep you alive.
Trying to keep their children from being taken. Tracker 17 says the fact is a surprise. That fact is a surprise to me. War Chief, so many reports from the Great Sandy Desert in Washington, SA, and there is Yowie there.
Yes, they can tunnel underground. They don't, you know.
We have one, the pig Batman, was it?
Yeah.
Turtle Frog Batman.
Yeah.
That thing dug into the embankments, but also flew like a bat. So you can already tell that this person is already guessing. And she didn't stay with her grandmother too much. She stayed just enough because, and it maybe only been on when she was out of school or something, or went to go visit, because grandmas instill that stuff to protect their children.
Kelly's in the room. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly the Most High, child of the Most High, is in the room. How you doing, Kelly? She says she is on break time. All right. Where she says Predator Bigfoot are where they want to be. They can portal to anywhere, and they want to go on any land. Oh, that's they want to go on any land. SA is South Australia. Okay, my bad. I should have spelled the whole thing. Kelly saying hello to everybody. Yeah, I was like, SA.
San Antonio was the first thing I thought of. Washington and San Antonio.
San Africa? Or even South Africa. They'll have them.
Areas, waters, you know, like the rivers, the lakes. We heard stories like, don't go outside after dark, you know, because, and don't whistle. We couldn't whistle because when you whistle, Bigfoot whistles back, you know, so it's it used to scare us, you know, and then always close your curtain, you know, because might be peeking in at you, so.
Also true, but she's laughing and it's not funny.
She's laughing like it's not a big deal,
like
or a
it's
joke.
Not serious, but every bit of that is very true, what she heard.
And they do that. They do look in the windows. They do whistle. They will whistle back. They will call you into the woods. They'll lure you into the woods, especially children. And she's laughing about it like
it's funny.
It's funny.
Or silly.
But it's not a funny matter to everybody who knows.
Always close your curtain, you know, because might be peeking in at you. So I keep my curtains closed, you know, even now today, you know, I live in a city.
Good.
My grandma and grandpa would always.
Yeah. And that's what it sounds like is that she is a city Indian, which there's nothing wrong with that, but also the information is not there. So you can't come to a conformed consent or a conclusion when you don't have all the facts. And she's going, to me, it sounds like she's going to her grandmother in the summertime when they're out of school or something, or getting a visit. And grandma is saying, you know, while you're here, keep those windows closed. Don't whistle. Don't play outside at night. Be indoors.
So it is good that she's listening to that, but if she would take away that laughter because it's so contradictory, people won't take it serious when she's giggling about it.
Kelly saying, good evening to Ward Chief. She says, oh, yes, they will firsthand experience with Predator Bigfoot trying to draw you into the woods, draw you in the woods, draw you in the woods. Yes,
Everybody's
they will.
Saying hi to Kelly.
Kelly's heard voices and whistles and chatter, kind of Bigfoot sounds, mimics.
Animals.
Yeah, they've taken animals. Tracker Lorna is saying hello to everybody. Missed everybody. She put everybody's name up there. She's also saying hello to Bernard. And everybody's so happy to see you, Lorna. Can't wait till our next meeting. It's going to be so awesome. We might have to give Lorna her own.
We may have just a show with just Lorna to catch up on her last track.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the meeting and see about the pictures and what we can set up. Okay, let's see what this city Indian is doing.
I keep my curtains closed, you know, even now today, you know, I live in a city. My grandma and grandpa would always, you know, scare us like that.
I don't think they were trying to scare you.
And we hear a lot of people saying that, you know. Oh, they would tell us it was the boogeyman. The boogeyman was going to get you, but they're called
They
the
were
boogeyman
telling you
in areas. They're called boogers in certain areas.
They were telling you the boogers, the boogeyman is going to get you.
And grandparents are still trying to tell their children, their adult children, and their grandchildren, but they don't get listened to.
Especially in their own way of trying to explain to a child.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to say this big, hairy, Bigfoot predator.
Bipedal.
That bipedal, drop to forest, will spider crawl, will climb up a tree, will throw rocks at you and hit you or beat you with a tree. It's up to 40 foot, the size of a house. No, they're not telling you. They're trying to explain to a child.
The same reason we named our children's book Monster Spotters. It was the easiest way to explain.
Yeah. And she's
laughing again
and making light of it and saying they were trying to scare us. No, they were telling you the truth.
Maybe she's just insecure of what she's saying, and so she laughs at herself because she thinks other people are going to laugh at her.
Maybe
but
so. A lot of people do that.
But it's poor communication. Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah. Just be sure in what you're saying. When you try to tell somebody what you've seen or what you've experienced or what you know, not what you're guessing or thinking or wondering, but when you're trying to tell them what you know, do it with a serious demeanor so that they take you seriously, because if you're laughing and giggling like this, they won't.
No. And even there's Oklahoma Choctaws that don't have this information, that, you know, they kind of, I've even had some kind of make fun, but when they see that I'm not laughing either, and I'm going, yeah, they're real. And then after they do some research, they find out some of these things are around their homes, or then they start thinking back and things start clicking.
Uh-huh.
Their dogs are missing. The dog was skinned. Animals are found skinned. Just the soft tissue gone and the meat's still there. You know, coyotes and things like that, cougars, they're not going to leave the meat there. They're going to eat that. But the Bigfoot will take the soft tissue leave the meat there to draw in more predators to get more food.
We've known of game rangers that would, and also there's people that plausible deniability, or they might say something in a joking manner just so they can say, well, I tried to warn them, but they didn't listen, so that they can try to get that guilt off of themselves. Game rangers have said, yeah, if you go in this section of the wood, there's Bigfoots up there, they'll attack you, but then they're laughing when they say it, so the campers aren't taking them seriously.
Yeah. We had one of our friends tell us, one of the game rangers said, yeah, there's Bigfoots over at that pond, but then had that smirk.
Yeah.
So he didn't take it serious, but now that whole reservation area is finding that there is something there.
You'd be better to keep your mouth shut than to say it like it's a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's got a smiling script kind of thing going. She's not a serious person. And this is not the, now if you're trying to deflect from this thing being a predator, she's a perfect person
To use.
to interview. Elastic Machinery says, that's great news, Lorna. Glad you're back and safe. Heard you loud and clear on the drive home, Jerry. Oh, good. Elastic Machinery. He says, I appreciate y'all here.
And we appreciate you sharing out our link.
Sure do. All right. So that's why I said these, it's not just Northern Indians that irritate me. It's a lot of Indians, North and South, East and West, who don't have the correct information. Who's out there. There's another one on this Flash of Beauty segment thing. Another guy, and you can tell a reservation Indian from a country Indian, from a city Indian, from an Indian who's traveled, and also from medicine Indians or medicine society Indians,
Corporate Indians.
and corporate Indians, and warrior society Indians. There's a big difference between all of them.
And from fake Indians.
Oh, and the fake Indians. And the Indians fake being Indian too. I mean, as far as knowledge. But I mean, I can always tell because I'm a world traveler. And I've been to temples, the pyramids. I've talked to almost all the big medicine people, I guess you would say, as far as the names. All the wisdom keepers that I can think of. So when I see certain Indians, it's always, I just let them talk a little bit, then I know exactly their mentality, their education, what they know and what they don't know. Was talking with 888 up in Canada, and he was telling us about some of the northern tribes and northern Indians up there, and we said that they're going to be offended or get upset with you because you have more information than they have. And they're supposed to be the Indians with the knowledge, the wisdom keepers, but you have more information than they do. So they're going to, you're going to have to ease into that conversation because they will get offended and they will get mad, especially whenever you know more about being an Indian than they do.
And this is as he's trying to warn them about the predatory nature of the Bigfoots.
And what she said, and you've written the book. And we wish all these tribes would read this book before they go and open their mouth and get on a segment like this that has 90,000 views, because they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, because she's somebody that another person will come along and say, okay, she said that, so that's what the Indians say.
Yeah, exactly.
And what she's doing is representative of all Indians.
And she doesn't have a clue. She's saying what Grandma said. She's not saying, I'm telling you that these things are predators. I'm telling you that these things will look in your windows.
Grandma was right.
Or Grandma was right. She's not saying that. She's saying Grandma said they'll look in your window and laughed about it. Instead of saying these things will look in your window. if you put a mirror in that window and they look in it, you're going to hear that big snort, that big disgust kind of look sound. And if anyone ever does that, you're going to hear it. If you got Bigfoots, look in your window, put a mirror in it, and wait. And you can leave a recorder there. You don't have to be awake, and check that recorder in the morning. You're going to hear it.
They don't want to see themselves.
No. So let's go a little bit further with this one.
My grandma and grandpa would always, scare us like that. And they wouldn't let us go outside, and it was just automatic. When the sun went down, we went inside. We'd play all the time outside, but we knew to go inside. And that's when Grandma would shut all the curtains and we wouldn't go outside. We just stay inside.
Good grandma.
Now, if you're a grandparent and you've got city kids coming to visit you and they don't understand why they can't play outside at night while these predators are running around waiting for an opportunity to take them, grandma's going to get them inside the house and shut the doors and shut the windows and lock it so these kids don't think that they know better and sneak outside to have some excuse like, oh, I left my toy outside at the wood pile. And kids will do that.
They also, if they didn't think there was any danger, they would let them play outside just to.
Oh yeah.
Have.
And if the grandparents didn't know, like she's saying, Lee Tracker is saying, if the grandparents didn't know, those windows would be open. It's always, nice, cool, night air. And when I grew up, we had fans, or we would leave the windows open with the screens. And sometimes we would even sneak outside to go play because we didn't have that information growing up. But my mother, she couldn't watch the movie or those movies, Planet of the Apes. And she never told me the exact reason, but she said, I can't stand monkeys that talk. It just freaks her out. And she wouldn't watch Planet of the Apes. But we, at that time, we live actually about 2 miles from where I was when I was growing up. And she said, she just couldn't stand a talking monkey. But she never explained why. But she'd always say, don't play outside at night. Don't run around the house in the dark.
Same kind of thing.
Yep. Don't catch a firefly and put it on your nose and run around the house because something will chase you.
And grandma's not laughing when she's saying it.
Yeah, and grandma's not laughing. Grandma's locking the doors on them, closing the windows.
So if this woman told grandma that, if this woman was telling her grandchildren, if she's telling it in that manner, giggling, the children aren't going to really listen.
And what she says, and the Bigfoot can also enter the house without them knowing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, without you knowing it. Oop. What did I do?
Because.
I want to show this also real fast. That guy right there, he's another Indian. But he also is a city Indian. He's not a reservation Indian. And if you ever watched his video, which we was going to do one on at one time, he's communicating with these demons and he don't know what he's doing, but he's trying to give information out.
On the one that says Mel Scahan?
Yeah, Mel Scahan. And when Indians, and that's a giveaway too, when Indians have to say, I'm an enrolled member of so-and-so tribe, those are Indians trying to get validation. We don't ever say, well, I'm an enrolled member of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. We don't care about that. And we don't care, if you don't think that we're Indian.
Pull your card out and show it to everybody.
Pull your card out or, we don't care about that. But when they start off with things like that, they're a city or or they're an Indian that doesn't have the information, because now a regular Indian or an Indian would, talk in the language or explain their clan. Like I'm Kunja clan, they would explain that. But like these, they'll say I'm an enrolled member of the, the traditional Indians don't do that. The Indians or the medicine people don't do that either. So this is a city, this is the actor, really. And she's just given information that her grandmother gave, but she's thinking grandma's trying to scare her. She don't believe anything right now.
You never know, and then Grandpa used to say, yeah, they're going to steal you.
And Grandpa's not trying to scare you either. He's telling you they will steal you. And she's also saying, they were trying to scare us. No. Grandpa said they will steal you. They will take you.
He meant it.
And he meant it. And there's nothing they can do about it. Because once you go running out after that kid, especially you're in an isolated area, that next Bigfoot sees a meal. The mother comes out. That's another meal for another Bigfoot. Another kid comes running out. Doesn't want to be alone. That's another meal for another Bigfoot. They're never alone. So once that one goes, the other ones are waiting to see who else is going to come out of that house running.
We wouldn't go outside. We just stayed inside because you never know, and then Grandpa used to say, yeah, they're going to steal you. We'd go up and cut wood, and then we'd hear that something hitting the trees. And then my uncle would tell us, you better hurry up. We got to get down the hill before dark.
So even the uncle, and everybody cuts wood, especially in the isolated areas, saving electricity where they can, or some didn't have electricity. Some of them still don't. They still go by wood. But even the uncle, so the entire family is saying, these things are out here. They will take you. Get inside the house by nighttime. Close your windows. Close your doors. Don't communicate. Don't whistle. They're given important information to save her life, to keep her safe out there. And she thinks it's a joke, or she thinks they're just trying to scare her.
Trees. And then my uncle would tell us, you better hurry up. We got to get down the hill before dark. Sometimes it makes that whoop, whoop, whoop. You could hear that. Or it'll whistle, or you hear the knocking, and I smelt it before, like when my mom and I used to go to the mountains to pick huckleberries.
Okay. Those are trap areas. More berry pickers disappear every year. Mushroom hunters disappear every year because these Bigfoots know these people are coming to that berry patch every year. And they can lay down behind those big berry bushes and just wait. And all of a sudden they turn around and there's a kid gone, or they're all gone.
The people picking the berries are distracted. Their hands are full. They're not paying attention. They're looking down.
And you can do a report. Check out that research. Berry pickers disappear every year. They know you're coming to get berries. They're waiting for you. It's a trap. But if you don't know that and you don't take that serious, people disappear.
It's not because they're vegetarians.
It's not because they're vegetarians.
Before dark, sometimes it makes that whoop, whoop, whoop. You could hear that. Or it'll whistle, or you hear the knocking, and I smelt it before, like when my mom and I used to go to the mountains to pick huckleberries. You could smell it, and my mom was like, we better hurry up and just kind of collect your stuff, let's leave. And then I'd look at her and I'd go, you smell that bear? And she goes, that's not a bear. And then I was like, oh, okay, you know, so I was up the hill before she was, you know, it's like, I'm ready, let's go, you know. And she would just laugh at me, but I was like, maybe we should leave some berries for it, you know. So Mom goes,
Well, we should be ringing the
Oh yeah.
bell for all the bell ringing we missed earlier. Sorry.
Yeah. First of all, unless you picked every berry from that huge berry picking area, because they're not the only Indians that know that berry patch. That's just like you're not the only Indian that knows where that sweetgrass patch is. You're not the only Indians who know where those wild onion patches are. The mullein, the fiddleheads, the walnut trees, the pecan trees, the peach trees. You're not the only one where those, you know, where the maple trees are to tap to make your syrup. You're not the only one. So they didn't take every berry. So there's no reason to leave some berries for a predator. That's a gifting. That's a asking for permission kind of thing. That's an offering. That's
Especially if you're leaving it in a bucket, they don't need you to come gather berries for them. You know, if you want to, you could dump the berries on the ground and go, but leaving it in a bucket like that makes them think you're giving them a gift.
Yep, you don't leave anything for a Bigfoot. These things will accept that as an offering. These things will follow you home after that. And if you're berry picking, you're probably picking close to your home.
And we're not saying they don't eat berries too, but they also eat people.
And berry pickers, they come every year, and these Bigfoots wait at the berries because they know food is coming. Other animals, deer, they'll come and eat those berries. Food is coming. That's a food gathering area.
Bears?
Bears, that's a food gathering area. They'll eat the bears, and the bears will eat people if they get hungry enough.
Birds, Bigfoot eat birds.
Yeah, they're all there. That's a food place, just like a water place.
Yeah.
it's a good idea. So we just left, you know, a little bucket of berries,
And
you
when
know,
she
because
said
Mom goes, maybe it won't follow us, because she goes,
When she said she was up the hill before her mom was, that means she ran. But you got to teach your children don't run. The minute that you run, you make yourself prey.
Yeah, that's right.
And you trigger that predator-prey reflex.
And War Chief says, they know you eat those berries, and you will taste like those berries.
Right?
Sure will. Tracker 17 says,
There used to be a blackberry bush next to the road at tracking area 2, but the council started removing the blackberry shrub. There were pointers, bows, and tunnels no more than 10 feet from those bushes. There you go.
there you go, right there.
So we're
Trap set.
glad the council's cleaning up around there.
Yeah.
Even if they'll never admit why, at least they're doing it.
And that's just like what we're talking about with 888. He knows more than these northern Indians, northern tribes. They don't know that those berry bushes are traps. Tracker 17 knows that these are traps. War Chief knows these are traps. All the trackers know these are trap areas.
Now you know too.
And now everyone here knows and keeps that information. And also, War Chief says she just gifted the Bigfoot with a bucket of berries.
Yeah.
She sure did. Now that thing will follow you home after you gift them. And she's thinking you give the berries so they won't follow you back. But that's the opposite thinking. This thing's, oh, you're going to give me food. I'm going to follow you. You know I'm here, so you're going to give me food.
the berries, you know, because Mom goes, maybe it won't follow us, because she goes, sometimes they follow you. And I was like, oh my God, you know, so that was like, I've never seen them. I just smelt them. One time on my travels, we were on the river and it was crazy because it was hot, it was smoky, because there was, fire up in the hills. And then we seen some firefighters, and they were like, hey, be careful, we saw big footprints. And then we all just kind of laughed.
They just kind of laughed, even though she'd been raised being told this is not a laughing matter.
And you got firefighters coming down and telling you.
The smoke is flushing them out.
And they're telling Indians. Now, an Indian who knows would say, all right, well, do you know what area? And if you get that information, you're calling your families or friends in that area. So they've got reports of Bigfoots in your area. Be careful out there. Or make sure you lock down, especially while there's fire. Yeah. Keep the children in.
They're not all going to laugh.
No, but these Indians who don't know how serious this is.
And she knows what her grandparents said.
And they've been trying to teach her. It's just not getting in that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, well, thick head. She won't let it get in. It's like, even though the grandmother, the grandfather, the uncle,
not taking it as seriously as she should.
Even the mother said, sometimes these things will follow you home. They're all telling her, don't, take this light.
So she should be telling these people that are all just laughing with her, she should be saying, oh no, if they're saying they're around, let's go.
Yeah, she should have said, my grandmother said this. I've never seen them, but my grandmother said this. My grandfather said this. My uncle said this. My mama said this. They all warned me. But here she is joking, laughing about it like it's no big deal. Laughing at the firefighters who's seen these things.
Why would firefighters in the middle of their job when there's a forest fire going on take the time to stop and tell them that?
I seen one of those guys at the store, and he goes, yeah, I seen the Bigfoot, and he goes, it was a huge footprint. I wear a size 5, so my little foot next to one of those would be huge. It's like, oh my God. And then he showed me, he had it on his phone because he took a picture of it. And I was like, so it was a real Bigfoot. He goes, they're real. He goes, we've seen them, in firefighting, we see and we smell it, even with the smoke. He goes, you smell it. And I go, it's worse than the bear, because you smell bears, but it's a different.
So she remembers from that berry patch because she smelt it. These firefighters are talking about it, showing her footprints. But she had to get away from her friends because she said, I seen one of them at a store.
Yeah, now she's safe in a store, and now she's going to talk about it and take it serious.
Yeah. And act like she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She goes, because I smelt it, and it's worse than a... But while she was...
should have been telling her friends that, yeah.
Yeah, she should have been calming her friends down and said, I don't need to laugh. I smelt those things. I know. Everyone's told me about these things.
Plan B, let's go.
It's time to go. Suit up. Get in the house.
Well, And then just kept, to ourselves on the river there. And then all of a sudden, this rock came flying over.
What she says, it's just not registering.
Not truly.
It sure ain't. Nothing is in her about these things. Your whole family is warning you, trying to protect you, telling you what not to do. Now, if this was a harmless vegetarian, there would be no reason to, be
to warn people,
to warn or be afraid of it. that this thing would be all over the place, that this thing would be walking around like a deer. You know, you may not see a deer every day, but
Yeah,
you,
people
you
don't warn you that there's a deer in the area unless
Yeah.
it's rutting season and has antlers. But just in general, you know, they don't warn you about rabbits and
squirrels. They don't say there's squirrels out there. You know, be careful. You don't want to run into a squirrel.
they warn you about the predators that have sharp teeth and claws.
They will say, you know, something like there's cougars out there, there's wild boar out there. You know, they're warning you not to be out there. There's rattlesnakes out there. Watch where you walk. They're warning you because those things are deadly. Tracker 17 says she sounds like like the city aboriginals whom are raised in the cities and very politically motivated, but know nothing of the Yowie menace in the parks next to the housing estates. Yeah, exactly. She doesn't know they're even in the towns, in the cities, around everybody's houses. Most of the Indians don't even think that these predators are taking people, even though Grandpa said they will take you. So when you hear missing and murdered or missing people, first thing they think of is trafficking.
Yeah.
They don't think these predators are out there. And there's some police in, it's in Arizona. I want to say it's Fort something. But the police will catch a Navajo and drive them way out into where these woods are, drop them off and drive back in town. Because I was talking to one who was catching a bus, and he said, yeah, they drop us off way out there. A lot of people disappear out there. He said, I heard something following me, and I had to run all the way back to town. Now, he must have been a heck of a runner because that's a long way. But if you're scared and there's something, you know, tracking you, you do have motivation to keep going. But I remember talking to him about that. And at that time, it didn't dawn on me, but he was saying, yeah, there's things out there in the woods of where the police drop them off at. War Chief says there are rabbits, skunks, and coyotes out here. A little one. Yep. And people warn about that stuff. Elastic Machiner says, that's such a great point. Can you imagine anyone saying there's a squirrel out there?
Right?
Yeah, there's no reason to, you know, if it's harmless, if it's a vegetarian, if
It's just shy and trying to stay away from you.
yeah, that's a squirrel. That's a squirrel. He's just trying to stay away from you. He don't want to be eaten. He'll go and wrap around, you know, go on the other side of the tree. You know, he's trying to stay away from you. Big fellow do that, but they're looking to watch you. They're trying to stay hidden from you so that they can take you. But this woman is just not putting it together. Even everybody is warning her.
So now they've got a rock that's thrown down there where they're hanging out at the river.
Yeah. Let's see what she says about the rock.
You know, and I was like, that's a big rock. You know, it was more like a boulder. And my friend was like, nah, it probably fell, you know. There's a bank, you know, so yeah, maybe it did, you know. And then all of a sudden, another rock came from the other area. And then I was like, that didn't come off the hill. Yeah. and
laughs.
They're getting surrounded by Bigfoots. There's fires pushing these things out of the area.
She just doesn't want to admit to herself.
These things are around her. And she's saying, well, that one didn't come from the bank.
She's slow at catching on, but she's catching on a little quicker than her friend.
I kind of got scared. And
Kinda?
Kinda?
Were you scared or were you not? 2 big boulders have come crashing
Not
down.
rocks.
And you kinda got scared?
If I seen big boulders come like that flying out of the, you know, wherever it came out,
You'd be paying attention.
I'd take my weapon off safety and say, all right, it's time to ease out of here. We don't see it. Let's go. Pack it up. Unless we're looking for somebody, unless we're tracking for somebody, we have to keep going. But
Not just a casual day at the river.
nope. It's time to, use common sense. There's something throwing boulders at you. They're not throwing pebbles.
And you know what it is. The fireman just told you.
The fireman just walked past you and told
Is
you.
this the same time she's
Yeah.
at this river and that's where they
Yeah.
came by?
Yeah.
Wow, they're slow.
They are slow. Graybeard said, "Pudgy and dense." Yeah. That's why I said, yeah, get it through your thick head. She is.
Golly.
The 5 foot toes.
And my other friend was like,
Size 5
Elaine,
shoes.
don't look over here. And that's like telling me, look, it's like,
She's trying to be a comedian now. You don't have to laugh about that. You don't have to say that, but you're trying to get laughter out of whoever's watching. That's not being
and
serious.
You're being stubborn too.
Yeah. Track 17 says, kind of scared. Flying rocks for a reason to vacate the area watchfully. Safety off. Yep, is a good start. Exactly. Safety off. We got something throwing boulders at us. We know what it is. The trackers would know what it is. These people.
She knows what it is. She just doesn't want to accept it, I guess.
I know. Uh-oh, look who got here.
Hey, Melissa. She says, hello, better late than ever. Good to be here. I have a question. Do you think our government has a treaty with these creatures and others that they can have so many thousands of us for their tech?
We'll save that one for the end. Ask us again. So let's get back to here. She's got a boulder. Was that 2? Yeah, that's the
Two
second
different
boulder
directions.
that's coming out.
They're
2 different
surrounded.
directions. And he's telling her not to look, and then she jokes about it. So let's see what she does.
look. But he kept saying, don't look. And then I looked, and there's these big, tall bushes on the side, and you could see something. It was somebody,
What? Somebody. You see where this is going.
And he's telling you don't look, so you look. They toss somebody,
Somebody.
big over tall bushes,
That's
throwing
not.
boulders after the fireman told you there's Bigfoot.
What does it take for this person to let it sink in? Everybody in the world that she knows is telling her, get in the house. Don't make, the whistles. It's time to leave the berry bushes. Fireman's going, there's Bigfoot footprints. It's big out there. I got
Really, to me, I wouldn't even need all the Bigfoot stuff. If the forest is smoky, I'm not going to hang out at it.
Yeah, why are you in the
Why are you
forest?
there? Firemen are going past you.
Firemen
Fight
are
the
going
fires.
past
It's
you.
smoky. I mean, good Lord.
That's just stupid. And the firemen are going past you saying, oh, yeah, and there's Bigfoots out here. Not just a fire that's
And
coming this
Bigfoot.
way. Yeah, not just a fire that we're fighting while you're sitting here by the river eating berries.
Looking where you're told not to.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you're getting surrounded.
They're going to enjoy those fish.
Yeah. Firemen are saying, there's
We don't have
Bigfoot
time.
here.
We don't have time.
We ain't got time
We don't
to
have- They're
teach you.
native. They'll know.
They're native. They should know. Why didn't they leave? Why are y'all not leaving? You're native, right? When we say there's Bigfoots here and show you the prints, most natives get up, pack up. It's time to go. Take the safety off and let's go.
See you later.
Matter of fact, we're gonna walk out with you, fireman. We ain't got axes and torches like you, so we're gonna go out. We're walking with you.
Or they wouldn't be up there in the smoky.
They sure wouldn't be. Only firefighters would be up there besides you,
Right?
the lane.
Hey, T to the D.
T
We
to
were
the
talking
D.
about you a little while ago.
All good though. And yes, more bologna sandwiches.
That's right. That's what we were talking about. You call that our bologna sandwich, Bill.
Yeah, 17 saying hello to Melissa and Shadow Tracker Jason. Maybe it's the squirrels. Maybe it's just a squirrel throwing boulders.
Yeah.
It is. I can't believe it. What she says,
But she said she's never seen a Bigfoot earlier.
yeah.
So this is her first sighting, and she's looking and she sees. Oh, let's turn it back on.
She's contradicting also. Shadow Tracker J saying hello or blessings T to the D.
Tracker 17 says, yeah, a little slow on the uptake, far out. How much more evidence does she need?
I know, and you're standing where the fires are. It's kind of smoky, right?
You know, like.
Leslie says some people
Here's
just
your
refuse to
sign.
leave. Just here's your. Those firefighters should have gave her signs. I'm stupid. I'm gonna sit right here while not only the fire's coming, but Bigfoots are here. And
what else do you need to go?
oh, here's a picture of the footprint. It's this big.
Well, she saw that later at the store
Oh,
when nobody was around.
with a different one, yeah.
Yeah.
But when these firefighters are passing you, they're leaving. They're not hanging around, and you're sitting there eating berries and hanging out at the lake. Oh my goodness.
Melissa says some people just refuse to listen or believe. That's right. I thought it was kind of graceful though how she swung her hand around the little way she did. That was good.
Yeah. And if she's got 5 foot shoes, I mean, her shoe size is five,
Size
5, then to her, that big bush is probably about 4
She's
foot
probably
3.
pretty short. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like this big bush,
Yeah. Who
which
knows?
is the
Who
size
knows?
of
She said
her.
a tall bush though.
That's taller than her. So that's what about
We know it's at least 5 feet.
at least 5 feet if it's tall and bigger than her. Tracker Lorna saying hi, T to the D. Now I don't know if y'all have met, but T to the D is a good person, and Tracker Lorna is a very good person also. Tracker 17 saying hello, T to the D. T to the D is saying blessings, good people. Ward Chief is saying halito, T to the D. She's also saying hey, Ward Chief, Tracker C and Tracker 1 and Tracker Lorna with hearts. All right.
T to the D says, and Shadow Tracker J, halito to everyone I miss. And Melissa says, I've never seen a Bigfoot, but I believe they're real. Evidence and other people's encounters are overwhelming. Absolutely. That's because you have sense, Melissa.
Yeah. This one right here is dense. And this one is the one who gets the screenshot or the screen time of 90,000 views.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shadow Tracker Jason, disclaimer, this is a paid actor who may or may not have seen or know anything about Bigfoot. That is true.
Could be.
That is true. Let's see what else she don't know.
Oh, me, look, it's like, look. But he kept saying, don't look. And then I looked.
Did he say,
And
look or
there's these
don't
big,
look?
tall bushes on the side. And you could see something, it was somebody, but it wasn't like a normal.
Not a somebody. They're not people.
She's saying it wasn't like a normal somebody, I think.
Somebody,
It wasn't like a normal somebody.
Yeah,
it was-
somebody at all.
It was Bigfoot. It was just standing there looking, like it was trying to figure us out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you're
way
the
a predator
first-
sizes up its prey.
It is trying to figure out, why is this Indian sitting here in a smoky area while the firefighters are walking past her and they're showing her my footprints? They're trying to figure you out because they're going, is this I don't
They
want
really
this
that
DNA.
dumb?
I don't
Yeah.
want this DNA. She looks like a good meal, but I don't want this DNA. This is, she can't figure out it's time to leave. I don't want my Bigfoot offspring hanging out in forest fires, trying to see how much fire they can eat. Graybeard is clapping or waving. Is that a clap or is that a wave? I don't even know. But Melissa says,
I have sense, and the Holy Spirit has given me discernment. Exactly.
exactly.
Perfect.
And this one doesn't have none of
Glad,
that.
glad to hear it. Elastic Machinery says, I noticed too that she has a very childlike cadence. Every one of these Flash of Beauty people do.
They sure do.
Like little children. Yep.
The Bigfoot says, there's my big berries. They like, yeah, they size you up. Can I eat all that? We're gonna need two of us.
You're so funny.
That's a big berry there, and it's sitting. It's getting roasted because it's just sitting in the smoke. This common
She's a
sense.
nut and a berry. No.
A nut and a berry, yeah. Nut a berry.
Thing, you know, because it just kind of stood there, and then when I looked, and then it kind of ducked down, but you could see it like peeking around, and I was like, it was like trying to hide from us, but I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was being a decoy. There was others around.
Yeah, the other one that's.
If it wanted to hide, it'd hide, and you wouldn't see it.
Oh yeah, it was showing you I'm here. If
Look at me.
didn't
Don't
you give me some
notice
berries
in the other
before?
direction.
I'm the one you gave berries to. You got any more berries?
Or did you bring a bucket? I want fish and berries.
You have a bucket?
We knew you're there because you threw the rock at us. Then I would.
That wasn't a rock.
It was a boulder, remember?
That was a mountain they threw at you.
That you said that no human. So you're saying it's a people, but then you also said they were boulders. People don't throw boulders.
No.
Send another big rock, and they weren't just rocks, they were boulders, you know, because no human being can throw a boulder like that.
So why do you say that they're people?
He wanted to know who threw the boulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else is throwing boulders over there? Wait a minute, did she say, she didn't say that it threw the boulder, right? She said something else. It came
She
from
didn't
somewhere else.
see it. The boulders came from two different directions.
Oh, okay.
Two boulders, two different directions. And those are just the ones that threw them.
Yeah.
But she didn't say if the one at the bush is one of the, because actually she said that one came from the side. So that's almost like a third area.
Oh, yeah.
So they got boulders coming from two different directions, and then they got the bush. That's what it sounds like.
And so this Bigfoot, I'm sure, is still staring at her, trying to figure her out.
And get her to look at it.
Going, yeah, but it's going like she didn't take off.
And what tickles me
that was
is that
three boulders.
what tickles me is that she's acting like now all of a sudden she's just so intelligent. She's saying, I can see you because you threw the boulders. So
But the Bigfoot's
maybe
going.
she does think the boulders came from that direction, but she's acted kind of sarcastic to the, like, you're stupid. What are you thinking?
And the Bigfoot's saying, I don't think I want to eat this one. We threw 3 boulders at her, and she's pointing at us going, I see you.
Right?
You know who that reminds us of.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Reminds me of someone that we
Part of ways with.
knew.
It
Very
does.
childlike.
It does. It does. And this person's very childlike too.
Yeah, yeah.
But, and that's why Bigfoot's looking at her and leaning his head back and forth going, I can't figure this one out. This is, you throw 3 boulders at her, we've got a fire coming. She sees Bigfoot, so we showed ourselves to her. And she's standing over going, I see you. They're going, don't eat that one. Do not get that DNA. That is just.
So evidently there was one up on the hill and one down here. And I was like, oh my God. And they were like, don't get scared. Don't look. We're just leaving. I don't have hair on my arms, but, you know, on the back of my neck. Oh my God. I was so scared, you know. It's,
That's what it took, all that. At least she finally admitted she was scared.
And she said, Grandma and them used to say it just to try to scare us.
Yeah, we talk about in the book to pay attention to those signs, like the hair going up on the back of your neck and the goosebumps, and really on the back of her neck there was something behind her too, most likely.
Yeah, yeah. If it was on the back of her neck, there's something else back there too.
There's never
Good
just
night, Kate.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never just one. Lassie Machinery says the Bigfoot's testing her and evidently decided to eat that eating her could lower their IQ points.
I am glad actually in this case that she's saying, oh my God, that hopefully that's calling God.
Yeah, and finally she's got the reality that these things, you know, it scared her. And that's something too that you hear with all these people who turn into Bigfoot gifters. You know, the initial reaction is scared of these things. And everyone who becomes a gifter, because then they start becoming a gifter, they start trying to communicate, they open their minds to demons, and the demon starts lying to them, saying some are good, some are bad. But every one of them, their first initial reaction is, this thing scared me.
Yeah.
In almost every interview that we've had, they'll say they were scared at first, and then
That's your body telling you this is a problem. This is a threat.
This is something that'll eat us. That's why dogs and, you know, hunting dogs and things like that will stop
Respond.
and back up.
Yeah, the way that they do.
They're not even. They say I'm still too. I can outrun, you know, the hunter or the master, but I'm still too close to this thing.
Yeah.
And they want to leave. They want to back out. And those are faster than man dogs. Track 17 says, now it's, I'm so scared. She's still not getting it though.
And she kind of switched from saying he, as far as the guy with her, to just now she said they were telling me don't be scared. So is there more than one person there with her? I don't know.
We'll back it up just a second. Hear that again. Past me. Warchief was saying, now she's a knower. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah. Now she's a knower. Well, let's see how much of a knower she is.
scared, don't look, we're just leaving. I don't have hair on my arms, but, you know, on the back of my neck. Oh my God. I was so scared, you know, it's like, let's go, you know, let's leave now, you know, and they were like, just don't panic.
Yeah, they were
So
saying.
I'm not sure if she's calling the one person they or.
And they were saying, just don't panic. That means don't look like prey.
Don't run like you did when you were with your mom.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing there's more than one of them there, too.
That crowd that she's running with has got to be the stupidest crowd. They're all out there in a fire line when the fire's coming. They're all surrounded by Bigfoots. And they're still there.
Yeah.
And they're just now leaving. What does it take, people?
No, don't get scared, because it'll know when you're scared, like any animal, you know. But that's
Wait, but now they're
like
calling
a
it
cross
an
between
animal.
an animal.
I thought she said it was a people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get scared, because it'll know when you're scared, like any animal, you know. But that's like a cross between an animal and a human, you know.
Oh,
There is no such, like,
there's no such thing. I mean, it has happened, but it's not a human.
there's no such good thing.
A human can't be a half bear. Man was not made to be. When God made a man, God made a man.
And he said, this is good.
God didn't make that man and say, oh, let me make it half
Beast.
beast. Let me make it
He made Beast.
a
And
half
he made
bird.
Man. He didn't make Beast Man.
Yeah. So it's not, and
Of
even
people.
even Melba Ketchum in her analysis, she says this is not a human. It's a monkey, bear, pig, I think, or something like that. She says not human. Then she also says we don't know what it is. But you got this genius here who sits out in smoke fires or
But the man DNA that they find in them is from stolen,
from being eaten.
eaten man DNA.
Yeah.
Because he walks upright, you know, like we do. And
Oh, well, there's your.
It
Oh,
walks
it.
upright. Not she's saying he.
Yeah. And also, this is her scientific conclusion that it walks upright like us, so it's a man.
I've seen poodles walk upright.
I've seen meerkats stand up. I've seen bears stand up.
Monkeys.
Deers can stand on their hind legs.
Yeah. We saw that the other day. That doesn't make it man.
There's another guy in Oklahoma here. He's a Bigfoot guy who I haunt. At least that's what he said. His name is Troy Hughes, I think.
Yep.
If you ever watch that Melba Ketchum,
The first
what's it called?
press
Report,
conference or
press
whatever that they
press
did.
report or something conference. His scientific conclusion. This is Oklahoma. I think he's Choctaw too, but I wouldn't claim him. So this is another. I mean, this is a northern Indian, and the other ones that we got here who don't know the truth. His name's Troy Hughes, and in that, if you watch that report by Melba Ketchum, he says, "Well, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck." That's their scientific look at it. Even though Melba Ketchum is showing the DNA analysis, saying this does not fit into our tree of.
Like into the line of, we've got a whole
Yeah.
live stream on it. It doesn't fit into the line of man.
The tree of life. Yeah. That it
Because
does.
it's a separate, entirely separate tree.
She said this is the first time. She called it novel, and that means first time that we've seen this mixture. And anybody who's been with this channel for a long time knows that we told them the mixture and where it come from before they even did the analysis, before they ran the test. And all they did was prove what we said without us having to spend $1 million some dollars. They could just listen to us, but they don't want to do that. So even running their test, they found out exactly what we were saying in those tests. But
So watch our playlist on the spider DNA, and you'll understand the spider squatch DNA, and you'll understand the origin of these things.
so this is a northern Indian with the wrong information talking to 90,000 views. 90,000 people have watched this. And this was just a year ago.
but that's like a cross between an animal and a human, you know, because it
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a bologna sandwich. She's putting her own conclusion, her own opinion into something that she has no idea or any information about.
You know, and a lot of
She's been
I'm not a
Go
Bigfoot knower, but I play one on TV.
play one on TV. I'm an actor. I know this.
A lot of people will listen to what she's saying because a lot of people still put faith in. She's in the Indian movies, and they'll say, "Yeah, she knows what she's talking about."
And you know, she was laughing at all the information from her grandparents, uncles, and mother and everything.
Firemen.
And now she's an expert. But before, she was scoffing at everything, not taking anything serious. And now she wants to give her opinion when she didn't listen in the first place. She doesn't know the.
She doesn't have enough information to form an opinion.
Yep, she doesn't have the information.
Yeah, or not to be given advice. And
She doesn't know where it comes from. She doesn't know its DNA, its origin, and yet she's going to tell
she wasn't even sure
90,000
she
people
believed in it until a minute ago.
until she's seen it. Oh my goodness! How did they let these people have 90,000 views on something like this?
It's
You know,
devil.
but that's
Yeah.
like a cross between an animal and a human, you know, because
No, it's not.
As she shakes her head no.
Yeah, even
As her body shakes her
body-
head no.
her body says no. Shakes its own head. Where she said, it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, but it's human, not so.
We have a picture of an alligator-headed hybrid that is standing upright like a man. So is that? Goodness.
I wish we had all those.
Is that a people?
I wish we had all those. This thing, I don't know what this thing looks. What you'd even call that thing? Here's another thing that's sitting at a fence watching a deer. Then you got this thing right here in the translucent stage, sitting by the fence. That stick's basically pointing at his shoulder. Then you got this thing right next to the tree, looking at the person taking the photo. Then you got this thing, another tracker sent in. This is underneath a awning kind of thing. It was just standing out there. Didn't know somebody's going to take his picture, so it got caught. This woman's forming an opinion without any information of the truth. These are dangerous people to give a platform to. Let's see. Neo says, Spider Squatch
Neo.
binding DNA. How you
That's
doing,
right.
Neo?
Glad
Perfect.
you're here.
Perfect. Teacher the D says, thanks, Neo. Blessings, Neo, from Tracker 17. Shout Tracker J. Tracker 17 says, it's disappointing that it never has occurred to her to ask those who do know. How does she have so many YouTube views? Exactly. Oh, man, it's just something that they give somebody a platform like this. It's just...
That's what, it's always easy to find something on this Flash of Beauty. You
Yeah.
never lack for examples of bad advice.
Canine DNA in that picture, Jerry, from 1-7. Bernard Fox says, Jerry, God said the road to destruction is wide and full.
That's right.
Road to salvation, narrow and few. She's proof God is correct. You are right about that.
And also, that's very funny.
Everybody's saying hello to each other. Neil saying hello to everybody. Teacher the D is saying amen at Bernard Fox. I'm going to vote you in as pastor. There you go.
I don't know if that...
Back it up a little bit. And you can see the alligator structure mixed with the Bigfoot.
In that face, can you find the... there's... trying to find the eye.
You're way too close.
I was trying to find the eye and then back it out.
Maybe we can do it like this.
There's the eye. Oh, it flipped. That's why I was having trouble. So that's the face of it, standing on two legs
Got a
in
long
the
snout.
woods. As it's got...
That's human. That looks human. And all the pictures that we have also, I'm gonna just play this video. It's only gonna be about a minute. But does this look human to anybody?
Stench of a wet dog, rotting flesh, blood, mixed with the stink of a tarantula or rotting snakes. or no scent. The Bigfoot being observed here is herding deer to us. Through observation of humans, the Bigfoot can separate hikers from hunters, weapons or no weapons, a hunter or a hunter of Bigfoots. Trackers observe based on to tree line first. We use the shadows. We go tree to tree or bush to bush, blending into our environment. The shadows are very important to read. It is called shadow language. Distinguishing shadow upon shadow. If your visual or sense of smell do not pick up the predators, your body is made of feelings and sensors to protect you spiritually and physically. Your feelings and senses will tell you where the predator is located. If the predator is behind you, you will feel the hair on the back of the neck. If the predator is on the right or
You know, that thing didn't look human to me. That looked mostly animal as far as creature. Here's also a Bigfoot in a hoodie on a friend's porch that doesn't live too far from us. That Bigfoot was sitting on the front porch watching, and that's
a little one
that's actually right in front of their front door.
caught by their ring cam,
So if you was to open that door, that thing would have been sitting right there.
and it's sitting there with their terrified little dog right next to it.
And that dog is not here anymore. But those things, how did this person doesn't know, and she doesn't need to be on a platform like this that has 90,000 views, spewing things that she doesn't know anything about.
Look how the little dog wouldn't even look at it.
Yeah, you can see that dog right there on the top left corner. That dog was like, I ain't no. This thing comes every
looking
night.
at it.
They've also got video of these things crawling in trees just outside their house, getting into the position to watch the front door. And it came every night, and multiple surround their house every night.
They had to replace a lot of dogs too.
And they've seen multiple walking in a straight line along the fence line, watching these things walk in a line, multiple ones in their area. And that's not far from where we're at now. But
Like
this,
within 5 miles.
yeah, within 5 miles. And this person right here is spewing off lies and her own opinion, her conclusion with no facts to start with.
He walks upright, you know, like we do. And if you invade their territory, they'll let you know, they throw the rocks or they hit the trees to let you know they're there.
They're there. Don't worry about that. You got to be aware. You got to know the signs. You got to know what to look for, the smells, what to listen to, what to see, how the animals are.
And it's not just you trying to invade what she's calling their territory. The Lord's made the animals, he made the people. He told the people to have dominion over the earth and be good stewards of it. He didn't say that was the animals' territory, right? And these things don't have a territory. God didn't make them. He didn't give them a place.
No.
And they're not just out in the woods, although she happened to be out, in a forested area with a lake and everything. They're right up in cities. They're peeking in people's windows. They're, so is that because they invaded their territory? No, they're not just shy little timid forest creatures. They can hide out longer there and do their stalking, but they're right up on top of people's homes. They're not just trying to avoid people. Elastic Machinery says, I also can't help but feel like the people on scene with her had to help her understand what was even happening, because it's as if she only got alarmed at the very end of the experience, for sure.
Yeah. It's like, she's like, I see you. And then all of a sudden, she's like, there's another rock. And then they're saying, it's time to go. And she goes, then everything made her scared. Right? Good catch.
T to the D says, yep, that's a crazy looking beast. Tracker 17 says, ill-informed opinion, not their forest, our forest. God made the forest for human beings, not predators.
Exactly.
Elastic Machinery said, kangaroos hop upright like we do, but they're not people either. Just ask 17. Good point.
Yeah.
T to the D says, God gave us dominion to subdue the beast. Let me preach. Yep.
Yeah.
Tracker 17 says, correct, Elastic, yet some folks don't know that despite living in the land of kangaroos. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
People say they're like an ape, but if you see it, you don't see. I didn't see the ape.
How about the body full of hair? You know, let's start there. What did you see? You know, we just showed a video of something that looked kind of like a bear dog, but the body of a huge beast, but just that little white spot that was moving around, moving its mouth like it's chewing on cud. That part looked like a bear dog, kind of.
Mm-hmm. All mixed DNA.
But it was a huge beast hanging in the tree for hours. Because we got that video after about 2.5 hours of just sitting there till it moved.
This one's, or one of them, is large enough to throw boulders. No, 2 of them were large enough to throw boulders.
And she didn't even see what the other ones looked like. And for her to say she had a good look, she's so far in the distance with the smoky smoke area, because it wasn't a clear view from her, like the smoke was only going to her left side, or because she said it was smoky, the area was smoky. So she's looking at through smoke at a great distance, saying this thing looked more humanish, and she didn't see the ape look. But then she said the body, you know, covered with hair.
She couldn't see the body because it's just a head peeking around bushes.
Yep. Neil says facts, tracker 17 AU. Yeah.
It's just like a hairy man, you know.
That's there are no men who's got a full body of hair.
Well,
There's some hairy men, but there's not head to toe
covered like a beast.
Like a beast.
The one people with the one disease, they have hair on their face.
I don't think that's a disease. I think
And
that's
it's
a hybrid.
hybrid of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably got that DNA in them.
Yeah.
It's like literally a man.
No. How can you come to that conclusion?
She says a whole lot of like this and like that. Things is, they is or they isn't.
Is or they isn't.
They're not just like this and like that. They are or they are not.
And that's the problem we have in the Indian communities is you got people talking who don't have any information or knowledge about what these things are, spewing their opinions, their ideas, their theories, their conclusions when they have no facts to start with.
Just say, I don't know. This is what I saw. Period. But I
guess it's not just in Indian community or societies. No, there's other tracker channel, not tracker channels, other YouTube channels that do the same thing. They put their opinions, their guesses.
Does it.
And even the ones that say, you know, I don't know, they still continue to give
they'll say blah 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 blah, but I don't know. What do you think?
And then they'll come back with, well, some are good, some are bad, I believe. You just said you didn't know, and now you're saying, well, some are good or some are bad. That's what we think. And then you said that's what you think.
And she's gone from calling it half animal, half man to now she's just said it was a man again, didn't she?
Yeah.
She's all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Sheltrack J says they are an abomination.
Yes.
Yeah, God made the bird. They made the dog, the fish. They didn't put everything in one ball and say, here, mix this with spider and see what happens.
Tracker 17 says nonsense, not like nonsense. LOL. She is very far from the truth of the creature. Yes.
Yeah, nonsense. You're right.
War Chief says Miss Wishy Washy. It's an animal, then it's a human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracker 17 says full of contradictions. She can't agree on any of her opinions.
She can't even agree on what she's trying to spew out.
But very hairy. I've talked to one guy that I
Okay, you talked to
I
one
know a
guy. I know a guy. There's one guy I heard somebody say.
What did he say?
What did they say?
Neo says they contradict themselves repeatedly. It's a pattern with these people. It sure is.
It is.
Now, I will say with her, she doesn't have the crazy eyes like every single other one has had so far from this channel.
I think she gets them.
She's very childlike. She's got that same demeanor, but she's not the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Very childlike. Oh, thank you, T to the D. She says, thumbs up, everyone. Hit the like. Being bossy on my birthday eve. Love the conversation. Hey, we share the same birthday.
Wow. T to the D. Tomorrow
Mine is
is
tomorrow, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Happy birthday, T to the D.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
arrival day.
T to the D. Happy birthday,
Well,
Lee
we call it leveling up day.
Leveling up. Wow, y'all share the same birthday.
And thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks to everybody.
Y'all
Thanking
listen
you
to
also.
her. Listen to her. Hit like. It's her birthday tomorrow.
It's her birthday tomorrow, so everybody hit the likes.
Look at her giving presents on her birthday.
All right, look at that.
Everybody's saying thank you to her. She says, awesome, thank you.
Everybody's saying happy birthday
Yeah,
to
there
her.
you go. Elisha says
Happy
happy
leveling
leveling up
up.
day.
Happy birthday even to Lead Tracker E.
Thank you, thank
She
you.
said thank you T to the D and happy birthday.
Awesome.
All right. Such a great group here. Oh, now we got to get back to this one.
Okay. And then there's this lady.
And then there's this one. Oh, my goodness.
met on my travels, and he was saying he thinks they're not from here.
So why are you repeating something when you just started off with, he thinks, okay, so why'd you shouldn't even said anything about what he said because he doesn't know. You're saying.
Yeah, he's just saying he thinks.
He said, I think,
and he thinks they're not from here because they're abominations.
yeah, they're not from here. You're right. They got spider DNA mixed in with all the animals of the world. Tracker Lorna says, happy birthday, Ellen.
Thank you very much.
And Neil says, happy birthday to both you queens, T to the D and Ella.
Thank you, Neo.
And T to the D said, I knew I liked you, Lee Tracker.
I knew I liked you too, T.
So now we're listening to not only her wrong opinions, now she's spewing off someone else's thinks.
Yeah. Now she's going to tell somebody else's information.
Yeah, exactly what
Or what
they
we're
don't
guessing.
know. Tracker 17 says, happy birthday. Leveling Up Daily Tracker E. And tomorrow also, happy birthday to T to the D.
Awesome.
All right. Such a great group here. So we're going to have to listen to this one too.
Because he goes, you can never find them.
What?
We just showed you a video of them.
We got video, we got
Took a
pictures.
few hours
And
of patience.
so this is one city Indian talking to another city Indian
She
about.
didn't even say if he was Indian. She just met him in her journey.
Oh,
He's a guy.
She just met.
He's just a guy.
Just the guy she met on her travels.
He may or may not be.
T to the D said, y'all are so sweet. Muchos gracias. All right.
War Chief says, this lady is just like a leaf blowing in the wind. I know, I was thinking of that Bible verse, foolish women led astray.
And Tracker 17 says, we can.
And do find them regularly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a week goes by that one of our trackers isn't showing photos.
There's a gnat on the screen too.
I have a.
Lead track. Kelly Child of Both Sides says, agree 100%, War Chief. Yeah, she's all over the place. And now she's spewing off another someone else's thought or opinion or
Wrong information.
what they think.
Or, yeah, well,
not
they
what
think
they
it's
know.
not from here, and in a sense, that is correct, but she doesn't know why or where they're from, or
Doesn't know the DNA.
this guy's guessing.
And the big thing is not knowing the DNA. Even though there's been studies done, we've been talking about the DNA.
Check out the Spider Squatch DNA playlist.
Yeah. We've been sharing all this information, and these Indians don't have the information that people on this channel have. And they're going around with 90,000 views spewing things like this that starts off with he thinks, or I think, or it could be, or maybe. No, don't give us your opinion. Should have just stayed with what your grandma told you, and that would have been great.
Yeah, you would have helped a whole lot more people then. If
Sure
you
would have.
continued.
If you would have stopped.
Said what your grandma told you that she knew. Said the experience with your mom. Said the experience just now, everything, but now you're this whole rest of this is just all this.
Yeah.
They're always like, you can see them, and if you try and follow them, the footprints disappear.
There's several reasons for that. They're not disappearing.
Does she just contradict herself?
Yeah, because she said you can never find them. And then
You
she
can
said
never
you
find
can
them.
see them.
Then you can see them and track them, but then they disappear. Wait a minute. If you can never find them, but then you see them, and then you follow them,
And the firemen,
and
she
then they
talked about how the
disappear.
firemen saw them.
I'm gonna back that up
And
here.
a lot of times it may appear that the footprints are disappearing, but
Yeah.
they can walk backwards in their prints. They can jump straight up into a tree. They can jump far out, much farther than you would.
They can jump over
Believe.
creeks, rivers, ravines, up in trees. They can go underground. Some can fly with their
They've
wings.
been seen covering their tracks.
Walking backwards is a big one too.
Uh-huh.
But this woman saying, this guy that she's saying he thinks, and then says
And then
that,
she switches back to this, I
Yeah.
guess.
then she says, you can never find them, but when you see them and you follow them,
Yeah.
that their tracks will disappear. But you
So
can
maybe
never
she
find
means
them.
when you see the footprints.
No, she said when you see them and then follow their
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah, good catch.
So she's contradicting herself, and she don't make any sense.
And he thinks they're not from here, because he goes, you can never find them.
Okay.
Oh, she's repeating what the random guy said.
But she's saying, okay, but you can never find them. Now she's going to say, but when you see them.
Yeah.
They're always like, you can see them, and
Next sentence.
You can't find them, but when you see them,
They're always
they're always
like.
like,
if you try and follow them, the footprints disappear. So it's like, so do
Like-
they,
whoa, 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 whoa,
Now
whoa.
we've moved into a question.
Who are you asking?
She's
you
asking the cameraman.
You asking the Flash of Beauty? You asking the cameraman?
She's asking another random guy.
Yeah. So now she's talking about this other guy thinking. Now she's asking the cameraman. So what do you think? What is your opinion?
the footprints disappear? So it's like, so do they, can they like come and go?
Do
come
they
and go?
wait, you're giving opinions, you're giving You're talking to 90,000 people.
Come and go is pretty much what everything does, isn't it?
And she's saying it's a man. I don't know how many men just disappear. Or go translucent. I mean, without a, technology.
Oh, I had to arrive and leave.
Yeah.
War Chief says the best name for an actor is fake. Where we go? Oh, and he says, I didn't mean that for you, Libros.
I skipped down because I've seen that.
He gets it. He gets it.
Oh, where are we at? Here we go.
Elastic Machinery says they really didn't do her any favors with this lighting on her. I think he meant to say, I'm not even trying to be mean. I can be really mean and think it's funny, but all this together, the lighting, self-contradictions, flashing at her little feet.
Yeah, nothing's, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they were trying to do her any favors.
No.
War Chief Tracker C says, I didn't mean that for you, Lee. Oh, where am I at? Neo says, a comprehensive analysis in both of those episodes you mentioned, Ella, regarding the DNA. I watched them recently. Good, Neo.
Good.
Trucker 17 says, I was thinking fraud, but fake works just as well, War Chief Tracker C, LOL.
Yeah.
The D says, wow, oh my. You summed it up. Tracker 17 says, we know, War Chief, agreed. We know, War Chief, agreed. Elastic says, all these Flash of Beauty episodes have so many elements that make the viewer think they're lying and crazy and airheads and barely human themselves. Definitely gives us what?
Lots of material.
Lots of material for months and months.
And they find the people who don't know anything and interview them, and oh my goodness, it's just something that just to hear these people. And these are
the people
Northern
that listen
Indians
to this
too.
are people that want to believe this. Although with her, they wouldn't know what to believe because she's all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
Like it just makes me wonder.
Okay.
Makes you wonder. You're talking like you know what. You just call her the man that can disappear. He's got a body full of fur. Throws boulders. I don't know too many men. I don't know any men that would pick up a boulder and throw it at you. Now, maybe about 2 foot, but not at you or over you.
Did you throw it at her or like at her?
Yeah, like at her, I think.
If maybe really they're not really from here.
Maybe.
Wait a minute, you just call her the man, but now she's talking about, I don't know.
She's back and forth between her and what
She started to confuse me.
That's not easy to do.
Of all her stuff she's saying.
I think she's just trying to fill space right now. I think she's just trying to throw out anything she can to make it sound like she knows what she's talking about and justified in being on this show.
And she said, oh, boulders. Yeah, how she came to her conclusions about these things being people
by seeing a part of one's head.
By seeing, a part of one's head. Yeah. And if she was to put everything together that she'd been saying up to that point, if they were human or man or whatever, Grandma wouldn't be saying, lock your doors.
Don't go out at night.
Don't go outside. Don't whistle.
They will take you.
They will take you.
They stink real bad, like worse than bear.
The first time she seen one sent chills up her spine after she realized that everybody else was scared. She was goofy enough to look at it and say, I see you. But then all of a sudden, everything just shot into panic because her body had seen it.
Yeah.
Her body panicked. She didn't. She didn't have the sense to panic.
Elastic says, oh, she's filling space all right. My bad, I'll stop. No, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
War Chief says, please don't give her
Wampum
wampum
beads.
beads.
Yeah, she would not be a wampum bead carrier. Wampum
You
strings.
do not have.
You do
the
not
floor.
have the
You
floor.
do not have the floor.
No, you
We
sit
take
back
it away
down.
from you. Sit down.
Oh, you are sitting. 4'3" or so. Not every, I mean, don't want to offend our 4-foot people, but
We're guessing size 5 shoe. She's pretty
short. Yeah, she wouldn't have. Yeah, she wouldn't be the one. Now, if somebody sent her to talk to a council, I'd be like, oh,
Oh no.
what tribe are you from?
Give her a script. That's why she needs a script.
Where's your tribe from? And how many are there? 4?
Okay.
You know, because nobody's ever found like a Bigfoot body.
Come on. And look at the way that she said that was so 3-year-old with that big breath. Because nobody ever found a body. Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
Oh,
We're tired of hearing that.
But you just seen a body.
No, she saw a head behind a bush.
Oh, she seen the head. Okay, I guess it don't count exactly for a body.
But you can't follow the bodies into the woods.
And yeah, their tracks will
Oh,
disappear.
good Lord, lady.
And these firemen will warn you about it. No, and your parents
Said they've seen them.
Everybody will warn you about it.
Something's there to stink.
But nobody's ever found the body. That is so much bologna sandwich.
The body, the boulders levitated at them.
The bodies levitate by themselves. Call bologna sandwich on that one again too. Oh my goodness. She said, I'm from the me don't know tribe.
Right?
That's right. She don't know anything. She's
Goodness gracious.
oh my goodness. This is just getting pathetic.
It changed me, you know, so I believe in them, you know.
Well, you've seen it, right? So why would you believe? Someone who hasn't seen them would say believe. Someone who has seen them would say, I know.
Right?
Yeah. You're not a believer. You're a knower. If you actually seen one.
That's a great catch.
So, yeah, you would never say, I believe in them. You would say, I know they're there. I've seen them. And you would have a definite face. You wouldn't say, you would never say, I believe. It says,
Trigger17 says she should stop talking right now. The War Chief says she's a duck now. Oh my.
Yeah. I think we don't want to hear the last part because
it was utter nonsense.
Yeah, but we'll go a little bit further.
But you can go find the episode and finish up the end of it. We managed to stretch 3 minutes or 11 minutes into less than 11 minutes. We're at 8 minutes. We managed to stretch it into 2 hours.
Usually we get a max of, yeah, we usually get about this far.
Yeah.
Let's hear just a little bit more, see what she's.
If they do exist and people.
She believes that they do exist. So let's hear, back that up a little bit. She said, I believe that they do exist. I guess we can't get too far.
Why wouldn't she say, I know they exist?
I know.
Yeah,
I
throwing rocks
seen
at
it.
us.
They were throwing rocks at us. I seen the prints. I smelled
Firemen
them.
saw us or warned us.
Everybody's warned us. So why would you say, I believe they exist?
That is weird.
Whoa. Now we got to question your actual sighting.
At all. Who all was there with you? What's their version?
And how'd you get an opinion if you say that you've seen them through a smoky, distant, atmosphere, to come back and say, I do believe they exist? That's a whoa, that's too much of a contradiction. for someone who has seen them.
It's a good point.
That's like War Chief saying, I believe they exist.
When he literally
When they,
hooked one with a fishing pole.
and being that close, War Chiefs will say,
He
I
says,
know
I know.
they exist. Now, this person is saying,
I'm not still guessing and asking other people.
if you've seen them, you're a knower.
Very interesting.
It changed me, you know, so I believe in them, you know, they do exist and people have seen them, you know, so yeah, I've changed.
She says,
Don't
and
go
people have
looking
seen
for
them.
it because you're not going to find it, because it's like it knows when you're out there looking.
It knows when you come into the woods, especially people who are, oh, have you seen those researchers going out there talking? Got cameras going, making all sorts of noise,
Group of
cooking,
10.
starting fires, putting up game cams, hammering on trees, wood
Walking
knocking.
straight down paths and roads.
What? Yeah, never in the bush. Anything they
Tons
can.
of bright lights and equipment.
Oh my goodness! Yes, they know you're out there.
Yapping, drinking, campfire at the site, cooking food at the site.
Playing the radio, walkie-talkies real loud,
Whooping and tree knocking.
whooping and tree knocking, making those calls like the guy did with the megaphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
that
other
was
grandpa
so funny.
going,
That was so.
oh, grandpa or pops is what they call it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know, that's what my grandma would even say. You know, don't look for it because it won't show itself.
Grandma said, don't look for it, period. Stay in the house.
Grandma said, stay in the house, lock your doors, don't go outside at night.
She wasn't trying to tell you how to interact with it or see it.
No.
If you're just there, like we were just there and we seen the markings. Like we weren't looking for it when we were in that.
Wait a minute, we were just there and we seen the markings.
What markings did you see? You didn't talk about that.
She talked about them throwing boulders and seeing a face.
That was a
over
bush.
bush.
Yeah.
That's
She
not
say-
markings.
She didn't say markings. What are you talking about?
Other place where it's peeking at us behind the bush. We weren't looking for it. It just showed up.
I guess she didn't talk about the markings thing. I'm not sure what that's about.
It didn't just show up. You were sitting out there by the river in
We're
the
being
smoke
run out of the smoky forest.
while the firemen are walking past you. It didn't just show up. That might, like we always tell people about campsites, that might be your first time at the
Not theirs.
campsite. That thing's in the woods. It lives there. It hunts there. It stalks there.
So that would be my advice. Don't go looking for something that you don't know what you're looking for.
You know,
Why are you giving advice?
but that is probably the best advice.
That I will say that, but why is she giving advice at all?
Yeah, she
And
should
when
be giving.
Continues on.
When
she continues on, she's not really saying that.
Maybe
because
we
she's
should stop
saying
right here.
If it knows you're looking for it, it won't show itself to you. So she's not saying.
Well, maybe
don't go
we should
looking
stop
for it 'cause
right here.
It's dangerous.
Maybe we should stop right here.
That's a good idea. Just know that she didn't get her head right at the end.
Yeah, she has it. After this, she gives a different opinion. She contradicts herself again.
She's trying to show you how to see them
But right
by
now,
not.
that's
letting them
probably
know
the
that you're
best
trying to see 'em.
thing that she could say is
Yeah,
don't go
let's leave
looking
it at
for
that.
them.
You're right. Good
And
thinking.
yeah, we're going to leave it at that because that's the best she could do. That's the best that we could get from her is to don't go looking for them, especially if you don't know what you're looking for.
That's a good point.
So
Yeah.
we're going to leave
Yeah.
it there on a good note because she gets a little more stupider after this and contradicts herself again.
We'll go.
Uh,
Where are we?
T to the D.
says maybe she'll enroll in your training now. You got to have a certain level of intelligence to be in this.
Yeah.
And I'm not being ugly, but for real though.
Yeah.
For real.
It's not going to add up.
and you have to be, yeah. You just
Yeah.
got to be a little sharper than what she appears to be.
Yeah.
War Chief says mercy, but she still can't believe herself.
Mm-hmm.
War Chief says, Lead Horse, she certainly needs your book. Flash of Beauty needs cases of our book, and they need to give it to these people on their way out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Tracker 17 says, every Australian Yowie researchers all screeching, laughing, yelling out, whistling, but fail to see the Yowie right next to them on the trails. And another thing, how many of them are drinkers? They're out there. That is just terrible idea. War Chief says, y'all just showed up. Lives there. Y'all just showed up. It lives there.
Yeah, y'all just showed up.
Good point. Shadow Tracker J says, I think she's a storyteller.
Me too.
T to the D says, I'm done.
Us too.
War Chief says, me three.
Me three, yeah.
Elastic says, I have a feeling she found her grandparents and parents food gifting rock and she just never told anyone.
Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna leave this
because some people will even leave the food out there because they're like, here, I'll give you this. You leave our chickens alone, leave our pets alone.
Yeah.
Let us hunt and we'll leave you the guts, that sort of thing.
So we're gonna leave this on a good note because the last thing she said was
don't go looking
for them, especially if you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing that she could have said. So let's get this back real fast for closing here. Turn the screen around. There. Yeah.
So we'll go ahead. We're caught up on the. Oh.
Yeah, and also, Lorna, we're gonna have the closing intro song or the closing outro, and we also have another song about friends that we're gonna play also. You haven't heard this, or maybe you have, I don't know, but we're gonna play it again for you. It's about friends and stuff. So hope you like it. That's one of our newer songs.
You'll recognize some of the memories in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to read it? Last few.
Yeah.
Elastic says, as in she just ate instead of the Bigfoots. And War Chief says,
yep.
This has been a night to remember.
Again.
Elastic says, and I think she really is just acting here. Agreed.
Yeah.
T to the D says, yes, indeed. War Chief says, most definitely.
Yeah, she is an
Shadow
actor.
Tracker J says, the best she could have and would have been, could have said would have been nothing. The best she could have said would have been nothing.
Yep, perfect.
War Chief says, amen. Tracker Lorna says, everyone have a blessed night.
And if you haven't heard the new song, I think it's called Hey.
Hang on for just a few more minutes.
Tracker Lorna. Yeah, we're going to let you hear that. Then we're going to play the outro, then the song Hey, and then we'll close it up for the night. Tracker
we'll do our...
Because I don't think she believes what she said, any of it.
She don't even know what she said.
Yeah, she don't.
So we'll go ahead and say the prayer and then a couple of good songs afterwards that we wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lord, just for this night. Thank you for this platform. There's another one, Lord. Keep her from spreading bad information. I don't think she probably gets out in the woods too much. But when she does, help her to just not be so foolish, Lord. Oh, it's like fighting back a tidal wave, but thank you for letting us be a part of it. We love you, Father. Thank you for taking care of our team. for the trackers, for the warriors that come to this channel, Lord. God bless them all. The people that are so generous to us in the chat, Lord, multiply what they have, because it's so sweet of them to do that for us. Please pay them back many times over. Lord, just thank you for the quality of the people that come here. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, the name of your son, Yeshua. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, Tracker Lorna heard it. She heard it before the show. Good,
Okay.
good.
All right. So we're going to just play the outro, and we're going to see everybody again very soon. And welcome back, Lorna. Tracker Lorna.
Happy birthday, T to the D.
Happy birthday, T to the D. And blessings to everybody else and everyone who was.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And we're going to see you again very soon. We're just going to play the outro. Well, we'll play both anyway.
Go watch Spider Squatch DNA playlist also. And don't forget to hit like and share and all that good stuff.
And also, if you can, also on the webpage, or if you can find it here, the 3-part series of What the Indians Say, because that Indian that's on that we watched tonight does not have the information that what we had in that stream of What the Indians Say when the tribes got together and talked about this.
And
it's a whole different ballgame compared to what we heard tonight.
Click on the Predator Bigfoot channel. This other phone just went out, so I can't leave a good night comment. But if you click on that one and sub to, if you haven't yet, it's a good backup channel for this one. We have had to resort to it before.
Yeah. And
it's got its own things on it too.
Yeah. So we're gonna play the 2 videos, and then we'll see everybody again very soon.
Thank you for spending your Wednesdays with us.
Yeah, that was fun. Every Wednesday's fun. All right. God bless and good rest.
so we're on our way in a snowstorm to go try to find someone who's lost in the woods. You'll say a prayer.
Also, just wanted to say thank you to JR. Appreciate it. I guess I should have said this is the song about friends, so we'll see y'all soon.
Just called to say hey, the voice of the day. I smile and say, hey, are you okay? A feeling of void fills my heart as I take my keys to the door. For sure I need to go now. I start my car, not a penny to my name, as I dare to drive this pain away, praying for a way today, not driving many miles away. I call again, asking are you okay? My friend's voice is better now, as they say, hey. My gas light on E, it's getting hard to see, lines getting a little blurry, Lord keep me awake. I still have far to go, but you know that. Please Lord, I'm too far away, give me time and the means to make it there today. But I will keep going knowing, if I run out of fuel, you gave me feet to walk, but I will get there. Grabbing the phone, calling another friend, hey, and hearing are you okay? My friend's voice takes me back to a darker day when I said, hey, hey, I need a favor. Then I asked, can you help me with some gas? I had to go fast without noticing I'm on my last dime, hoping to make it on time. Clock's ticking to where I need to be. My friend asks, where are you now? I'm on my way because one of our friends said, hey. My friend says, say no more, my heart soars as I hear, I got you, I'm sending funds now, and everything's going to be okay. Just keep going and get there. I don't have many friends, but the friends I do have, they are my friends. As I top my gauge, I can see the sun's light breaks the night, as dawn colors the sky and the horizon. I'm on my run, picking up speed, nothing to stop me now. Thank you, Lord. I'm on my way to my friend. As I ride and my friends drive, I see the light on. I knock as my friend answers the door, tears in their eyes, as I say, hey, everything is gonna be okay. I'm here because many of our friends got me here to you, to let you know we are here for you. The smile, the tears, the deeply tight hug takes me back to a darker day. I tell my friend, there is no place we wouldn't go, no place we wouldn't be to see that you were okay. Our friends wanted me to tell you